Now, from your weather authority, meteorologist Cody Bailey.
What is turning out to be a pretty calm and quiet night after a fairly windy day today. And of course, the heat and the humidity that we faced for the majority of our Saturday. The only exception were if you were in those areas that picked up a little bit of rain from the isolated showers and storms that pushed through. We're not going to be nearly as hot tomorrow, nor are we going to be as humid for our Sunday, but we still could face a few of those isolated pop-up showers. If we dodge the rain tomorrow, it looks like our dry streak will continue through at least the next week. More on that here in just a moment. But outside right now, starting in Henderson, that's a live view of the 41 Strip in Henderson from our Heads Construction Tower camera. The lights of downtown Evansville off into the distance as well. Temperatures have pretty nicely cooled off into the 70s. On the other side of the river, on the top of the grandstands at Ellis Park, that's a view of the Twin Bridges from our Maldonado's tower camera. A few cars still late at night traveling the north and southbound bridges. Of course, we mentioned earlier the inspections will start early next week, and we've tilted up our downtown Evansville tower camera because I want to show you can see off into the distance, if you watch where those red lights are flashing, the tops of these very distant thunderstorms. We're seeing some occasional lightning strikes there. Of course, we've been watching the pump out taking shape as well, and of course, as I say that, we're not seeing much in the way of the lightning off into the distance. You can kind of see some flashes. There was one right there just north of that tower. Well, there's no rain at all in the immediate tri-state area. You have to go all the way down south of the Kentucky border to these storms right now. We're seeing these lightning strikes from about 95 miles away as they're crossing south of the Kentucky-Tennessee state line. So very clear and a very distant thunderstorm. So quite the light show on the way down, just approaching the Nashville metro as well. That severe thunderstorm warning just north of downtown Nashville. But we're seeing those storms about 90 to 95 miles away. We did have some of those heavier downpours and some frequent lightning at times, primarily across parts of Muhlenberg and Hopkins County there, basically from Hanson to Madisonville and further to the east near Greenville in Central City. And those are the areas of Hopkins and Muhlenberg counties that our Doppler radar estimating anywhere from 1.5 inches to nearly 2+ inches of rain, with that core just east of Earlington along I-69, 2.1 inches of rain. But no rain for the official climate reporting site for the tri-state. That is at Evansville Regional Airport. Now our streak at 15 straight days without measurable precipitation. That is the longest stretch as of now, which is 17 days in a row of October to November of 2023, just this past fall. But I've been looking through some of the latest or some of the climate data in the Weather Center from what we keep track of. And if we, again, a slim chance tomorrow of rain, if we stay dry tomorrow, our streak could easily go into the 21, 22 day range. The last time we were at 21 days, you have to go all the way back to 2006 for anything above 20 days without precipitation. So quite the streak at stake, and it's all going to hinge on if we see any rain at the airport in Evansville tomorrow with that isolated chance. But as I mentioned, everyone now into the 70s. A couple cool spots from north to south. Up to the north, it's Jasper at 71, and also south at Greenville at 71. Here's the bigger picture. Again, the last of that rain, as I showed you, about 90+ miles away, still seeing the rain, or still seeing the lightning strikes here in the Evansville metro. Hurricane, barely a hurricane as of the latest update, with about 75-mile-per-hour winds. That's Ernesto, north of St. George, north of Bermuda. It's going to hit, or at least get close to Newfoundland, and also create some rough surf across most of the East Coast as well. So that's really the only impact to the United States. Back here at home, we'll get this last moisture out of the area early tomorrow, and then once that's out of the area, high pressure settles in for really all of next week, and we'll be on the cooler end of that high early in the week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, with below normal temperatures and very comfortable humidity. So here's Future Tracker by tomorrow afternoon, showing those spotty, isolated showers and thunder showers. No risk for severe weather tomorrow, but still could have some spotty to at times moderate downpours for tomorrow, mid to late afternoon. Then we'll dry out by the evening, and Future Tracker does want to spit out a couple of sprinkles on Monday. That's the only model that's doing so. So once the rain, what little as it may be tomorrow, comes to an end, we're looking dry through most, if not all of next week, at least the next 7 days. And while we will eventually get warmer by the end of next week, we're still looking very comfortable in terms of the humidity. But for the rest of tonight, we'll see the clouds continue to break up across part of the area. They'll build back in early tomorrow morning, and we'll stay partly cloudy at times, a mix of sun and clouds, mid-80s for tomorrow. And then your 7-day forecast, very quiet. And the biggest change will be not only the lack of rain, but no humidity through all of next week. And also some very comfortable, almost sweater weather type of nights for Tuesday night and early Wednesday morning, mid-50s for lows. Eventually back into the 90s, though, but still not humid by next Saturday.